6:30, dinner with me. I can't cancel that again. 7 o'clock, wrestle with my self-loathing. I'm booked.
Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Heather Autumn and today I'm going to show you how to celebrate Thanksgiving alone. So as some of you may know, I'm currently going through a divorce and I know I'm not the only one on this planet suffering with loss right now. And to be honest, the holidays can be a really tough time for those of us who have experienced loss. And so this is my first Thanksgiving completely alone actually. I have all of my family, they live mostly in Florida. It's a little bit lonely. So I went and did what any normal person would do in my position and looked up a YouTube on what to do by yourself. And there wasn't a lot. It was more like, well, if you're by yourself, try not to be, or ignore the holiday altogether, or, you know, write in your journal and be thankful. But largely it wasn't about really celebrating anything. It was almost like, don't waste the time or the effort. And I was like, that sucks. So I'm making this video right now for you guys just as much as for myself, because this is what I would have hoped to have found when I did my YouTube search, which is how to have Thanksgiving dinner for yourself, by yourself, and be freaking happy about it. Because the truth is, happiness and thankfulness, they're both choices. And when you're alone, you can either indulge in that being loneliness and the world's smallest violin plays only for you.
Oh, boo-hoo! Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
This is serious.
I know. This really is the world's smallest violin. See?
Or you can go and start celebrating yourself and being thankful for yourself and your own surroundings and taking that strong stance around your life rather than a victim mentality. So today I'm going to show you how I'm going to cook Thanksgiving dinner for one. This year I wanted to try something different because I feel like this might set the tone for the rest of my life. And do I really want to be sitting there playing video games and ignoring a holiday where I should be thankful for what I have? So I'm going to take some time today to show you some classic recipes from my childhood, as well as a new recipe I've yet to try, which I'm a little excited and nervous about. So what am I actually cooking today? I'm making the clapshot, I'm making sweet potatoes, and I'm making the star of the show, the bacon wrapped game hen with the raspberry glaze. And I need to get started. So for the bacon wrapped game hen, I'm going to actually be using this book. It's the Gourmet Cookbook by Ruth Ritchell. I'll link it below. I actually found this at a used bookstore and it has some of the most elegant, beautiful recipes I've ever seen. And I've cooked some of them, like penne alla vodka, I think is an old video that I've made, but it's delicious. And so I'm getting my recipe for the game hen from this book as well. And the original recipe does serve 8 people. So what I'm gonna do is just make the glaze as they recommend, and I'm going to wrap this hen in the bacon the way they recommend, but with the extra glaze, I'm just gonna discard it because I'm not gonna be making 8 servings when it's just me. So I wanted to take you through the ingredients, which is actually quite simple. This only has 4 ingredients, plus salt and pepper, which I don't really count because it's salt and pepper. So for this recipe, I will be using a premium Cornish hen. The next item is this Italian Classics glaze. It's a balsamic one with a kind of vinegar. I've actually never worked with a glaze before. Next up, we're going to be using 2/3 of a cup of this raspberry jam, and you want to make sure it's seedless. There's kinds out there that have seeds, and that's just not going to work for your hen. Lastly, I got some center cut bacon, because why not? And it also is going to be wrapped around this. Okay, so now that we have our Cornish game hen all thawed and ready to go, I'm going to show you how to spatchcock or butterfly this. Basically, you're going to want some really good cooking shears. I have these ones from just KitchenAid. I'm hoping they work. And you're going to cut out the backbone. And cutting out the backbone will allow the Cornish game hen to lay flat, which is what we want. Okay, so if you've never had this done, this is the head and this is the tail, and we're going to just remove this center area. You can feel kind of where the backbone is. It's right here. So we're just gonna take these and find where the top of the spine is, which is right there, and just go right down following that backbone area, straight back. And then we're gonna do the same on the other side. So you remove the backbone, and this allows the chicken to lay flat, just like that. The thing that we want to do is prepare the glaze. So with that, you're going to take your 2/3 of a cup of seedless jam, and you're going to take your 1/2 cup of balsamic glaze and just mix these together. So you put it on medium heat and you bring it to a simmer until it reduces by half. And while you have your jam reducing, you want to put 4 slices of bacon in, and you're going to cook them till they're slightly translucent right before they get crunchy and they're still flexible, because you're going to want to wrap the hen halves in these. And of course, if this all seems like a lot, don't worry, I'm going to have the recipe for everything on my blog, which is autumnbecomes.me. And if you'd like, please take this time while we start cooking to like and subscribe. It all helps my channel, and clicking the notification bell will help you remember when I have a new episode out. I have 4 pieces of bacon semi-cooked. You can tell they're kind of halfway there. They're still pretty flexible and able to be moved. And my raspberry jelly and balsamic glaze have been reduced quite a bit. And so now it's ready to assemble. So I'm just going to use a very deep pan. And this is going to be what I'm going to be roasting the hens in. I want it deep because I'm going to be basting them with their juices as they cook. What you want to do is take each half and transfer it into the pan, and you'll want to season them both with salt and pepper. Next, you want to take some of this gorgeous glaze that we made, and you're going to want to put that on them pretty liberally. Don't discard the glaze just yet, because you'll be doing that throughout the baking process. Next, you want to take your bacon and you want to wrap it around each half, tucking it in. I'm going to do it lengthwise, just like that, wanting to tuck the ends under the bird. So I'm going to take these and I'm going to pop them in my oven at 450 degrees. Now, as you guys know, according to my last episode, my oven runs hot. So I'm going to be really keeping an eye on these. I'm going to have to stop and put more glazes on them after about 10 minutes. And then I'm going to do it again after about 20 minutes. And this is going to take around 30 to 35 minutes to cook. Now, like I said, my oven runs hot, so I don't want to burn these. So I'm going to go and actually really keep an eye on it, probably checking it every 10 minutes. And if it starts to look a little too toasted, I'm going to put foil on top and see if that helps keep the skin nice and crispy without it harming the cook time. Should take in total around 30 to 35 minutes. Okay, so while we have our hen cooking, I'm gonna show you how to make clapshot. So easy. You're gonna want 2 russet potatoes, and you're going to want a small rutabaga. This is actually quite large, so I'm only gonna be using about half of this. They tend to be covered in like a wax, which you're going to be removing as you remove the skin. And just be really careful with your knives. You wanna chop this into about 1/4-inch pieces, and it goes into the boiling water about 10 minutes before the potatoes. The reason is it just takes longer to cook, and so you don't want to be putting them both in at the same time and have perfectly cooked potatoes and crunchy rutabaga. So I'm gonna start breaking down this rutabaga. Shouldn't take very long, and we'll get started. So those look really good. I did have to do some temperature changing and really close monitoring, but other than that, I really love them. I did discard the bacon because it was already kind of on the crisp side. I did cook it too long in the pan, and so the time it had in the oven didn't help it. And so I discarded that, but it has all of those juices in the hen, and so I can't wait to get into those. But right now, we currently have our clapshot going, and I'm just about to mash that, and then we're gonna start work on our candied yams, and I'll show you how to do that. So as I was saying, for the rutabaga, which are those yellow pieces here, you wanna put those in about 5 minutes before your potatoes, and you want to boil them both eventually till they're nice and soft and can be easily mushed. While the rutabagas are still hot, you're going to want to add anywhere from 1 to 2 tablespoons of butter, non-salted. Feel free to add salt. You can also add in around 1/4 cup of milk, or some heavy cream, though be careful, I'd eyeball it. So make sure you don't add too much or you're going to have like soupy mashed potatoes. So as you can see, our clapshot looks great. Next, we're gonna start on the sweet potatoes, and I love these because you can actually do them in the microwave. So I'm gonna show you how to do that right now. The next things I have to cook is all really pre-made. I have the stovetop turkey mix from a box that's ready in 5 minutes. I think all you do is basically add water or something to it. Cranberry sauce from a can. I know that this might gross some people out, but I love it. This is my choice. I'm standing by it. And then there's this, which is, again, you just add water to it and make sure it's nice and hot. Of course, I have to have some King's Hawaiian rolls. And then I have a little pre-made pumpkin pie. It's tiny. This is from Wegmans. All that to say that the hard part is really done, so I'm gonna go and mix these up really quick and show you the full spread. So there you have it, my Thanksgiving dinner, and I'm a little worse for wear. My kitchen is a disaster. But it's so worth making something nice for myself. And so one of the things I'm thankful for is this channel and for those of you who watch. And if you're spending the holidays alone, just like me, please know that it's only for a season. It's not permanent. I have my fireplace going and candles. I'm gonna put something on TV. But I just want to thank you all so much for watching. And if you've made it this far, like, I hope I've inspired you. If you are alone and you were thinking of skipping, there's still time. You can still go out and buy stuff and make your own Thanksgiving. If you're new to my channel, please be sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. It all helps my channel and I can continue doing really fun things like this for you guys. And with that, I'm gonna get eating and I have lunches made for the next week. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day and an even better Thanksgiving. Have a good one. Thank you. Bye.